Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is XF back with another one of my special little videos. And tonight, and I'm saying tonight because I'm doing this as it is 12 o'clock almost at my place. Tonight I'm just going to be talking again a bit about Cityville. This is my new city. I know it looks just like it used to be, and I know that the last time, for those of you who watched, the last time I said that I would be posting a video in which I'm changing my city, revamping everything. As you can see, my money is low now. I used to have like 2,200,000 something goal. Well, the main problem is, which is actually, it's really a big problem that I see now, because there have been some really recent changes done to Cityville by Zynga. And the last time I checked for if I could, expand my city was on Friday, I think. Last Friday, which was like the 30th of March, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Or no, first of April. Well, it doesn't matter. It was the last Friday, and the last Friday, if you went to the city and you went to expansions, bam, you could buy expansions for free. I mean, not that you didn't need money, you sure as hell needed the 20,000 gold coins, but you could build them without a population requirement. On Saturday, I go online and I say, okay, I'll do the video in which I'm changing my city. I'll buy a shitload of zones, all over my city over here. I'll buy these zones and I'll just rearrange my city in any way that I want, so that the streets connect the right way one to the other, so that I can make housing blocks, do some uptown, downtown action, have everything the way I wanted it, the way that a real city building fan gamer plays it out. You know what they did? They've put in the fucking population limits. You know what happened? This happened. I ran out of space. Seriously. Why would you do that? Why would you deliberately ruin the city building part of a city building game? Why? Why would you do that? I mean, this basically ruins everything. You cannot buy extra zones even though you have the money and the permits, because they just don't give it to you. I'm not sure what the fuck their thinking was right now, why they did this, because there were some other changes as well. I will actually make this video and also post a link of it on the Zynga forums related to Cityville, and hopefully they will take notice of it. So this is my message to the Zynga producers: give us the free zoning permits back, or at least, do this like half the needed population, because there is no freaking way that I can actually build a decent looking city right now without actually using the warehouse, or just using a seriously obscene amount of time to move around each building so that I can get on with my stuff. This is absolutely retarded. So what they've did now was retarded. And if I would have gone on Friday online and just bought a shitload of places around my city, then I would have had no problems with this. But there was no warning, or maybe there was a warning on the forums, but I'm not aware of it because I do not read the forums. I don't have time for that. I barely have time for the game alone. There was no warning. They just bam put in the population limit for your zoning permits, and this seriously fucked up the game. I mean, in my perspective, because I like building something nice. At the moment, this just looks really bad. And I know it actually it's ironic, because it actually looks better than most of the people that play this game have their cities, because they just use sidewalks to connect every shit they've got. But that's just really sad. I mean, seriously, sidewalks and you connect 100,000 buildings. So I really do not agree with this change. There have been some other changes with which I do agree partially, because One of the other changes is actually, I'm not sure if this is new or older, but it's actually the fact that you have a maximum number of permits or of energy or of objects that you can store at a time. And if you go over that maximum number, even though you click accept on the gift from somebody, you actually do not get that object, and you lose the gift basically. So maybe it would be okay if you didn't lose the gift, but anyway, if you have enough neighbors, then that won't be a problem, or at least it won't be a problem for me. But this is the big thing. I mean, you just ruined the city building part of the game. It was harder. It was hard enough for the gamers to actually build a decent city because of the fact that the roads are hard as shit to connect together. And I really hope that they would change that, and I really hope that they would implement double roads, because at this time there's just this normal road, and I would like, for example, to implement double roads, but to build boulevards. But I cannot do that because if you place them like in parallel, two rows of roads, then it just looks fucked up, and there's like a middle sidewalk, a middle boardwalk that doesn't serve any purpose. It's just there in the middle, and people try to walk over there as if it would be a square or a corner in the road. So I like the new buildings. I like what you've guys done with the game so far. I still do not like the map because it's fucking small as shit, and related to the map size, the buildings are really large. I mean, let's just take a look out. Bam. Okay, so this is my city right here. It basically is more than half the size of the map at this point. Maybe they would need to scale the map up a bit, like 1.5 times at least, maybe to even 2 times. They would need to make the map texture 2 times bigger than the city and the object textures are at this point, because you actually have no space whatsoever. Now I know that this costs space, which in turn costs money, maintenance, all that good stuff that we learn about in our little economy classes. But if they decide to offer the service and expand the cities, I don't see why they couldn't expand also the storage, because come on, let's just face it, storage nowadays is worth shit. I mean, you basically buy 1 terabyte for what, $100 or even less. That's really shit. I mean, they could really help us out with this right here, especially because of the fact that and I know something about programming. In games such as these, you don't actually have an object, the whole colors and everything that take up space in their hard drives. They just have like matrices. Yeah, exactly, matrices in which there are numbers saved, like bytes saved, and they just tell you what is on that square right at that moment. So I would say that it wouldn't cost that much for them to double the map sizes. At this point, I'm not sure if they want to or not. That's their problems. I'm not going to argue with anybody right now, but I will argue with them about the fact that they've did this. I mean, this is a game killer for me. I'm not gonna threaten that I'm going to stop playing or anything, because I don't have enough time as it is to play this game. As you can see, I've got a lot of buildings which are not collected, and I just focus on getting as much money as possible for the time being. And oh, by the way, I've expanded my city. I've put down like almost one of each of the community buildings, and as many houses as I could fit in. And I've actually just put down these 3 commerce buildings since I've expanded my city. And don't start bullshitting me about these little corners right here that I could presumably use to expand my city even longer. This is bullshit. This is bullcrap. The amount of population that you need to expand your zones right now is bullshit, and I would prefer it as it was before, with no population needed whatsoever. If I don't know why I didn't do it. It's like I had this feeling on Friday. Should I buy the zones? And I was like, no, it's it doesn't matter. I'll just do it tomorrow because I have more time to do it then. And on Saturday the patch was in, or whatever, the change was in, and I couldn't do shit with my city, and now it looks like crap. It's going to stay, remain looking like crap unless they change it back to the way it was. And I really hope that they do that. I really hope they do. Because I'm not one of those guys who just wants to have the biggest level and the biggest money income overall. No, I just want to build something that looks aesthetically nice and is pretty efficient, pretty good, for that matter. So anyway, Zynga guys and everybody out there watching this, thank you for everybody for watching and listening, hopefully listening, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. Take care.